You know, the games industry is kind of in its infancy when you compare it to other entertainment mediums like movies, TV, music. Every so often the industry has teething problems like annoying its audience with microtransactions or releasing full-priced games that are just broken and don't work. So the industry might be a bit of a baby, but it's a big fat baby worth a lot of money, and now other people want to take that money.
That baby.
Can we call microtransactions baby shit in its nappy?
Yes!
Is that where it equates
there you go.
to?
See, this is depth. There's layers to this. I knew what I was doing.
In the past week, there has been several big lawsuits against three giants of the games industry. First, accessory manufacturer GameVice filed a lawsuit against Nintendo regarding the Joy-Con controllers on the Switch. GameVice produced a gaming-focused Android tablet called the WikiPad, which comes equipped with a detachable controller grip. The accessory maker is claiming the Switch Joy-Cons are too similar to the WikiPad's controller case, and Nintendo have infringed on their patent. GameVice claim the Joy-Cons are a derivative of the WikiPad controller, even though the WikiPad controller lacks most of the Joy-Cons functionality. GameVice are seeking an injunction, which, if successful, could stop sales of the Switch and Joy-Cons. GameVice are also seeking monetary damages for patent infringement.
And it's worth noting that Nintendo have found great success with the Switch so far, which has earned them a first quarter profit of 16.21 billion yen, whereas in 2016 they were operating with a 5.13 billion yen loss. GameVice claim the success of the Switch is costing them sales, and the WikiPad hasn't been performing as well since the Switch launched. But this isn't the first time Nintendo allegedly have infringed on another company's patent. Back in 2014, electronics manufacturer Philips sued Nintendo over the motion sensor technology used in the Wiimote controllers for the Nintendo Wii. The Philips lawsuit was successful in the UK, and Nintendo were ordered to pay damages for patent infringements, but Philips did not seek to halt sales of the Wiimotes, unlike GameVice, who do want to halt Switch sales.
Switch has been a massive success so far for Nintendo. Turned around from quarter 2 last year, they were making $175 million in loss, pounds, sorry, not dollars. Turned that around to quarter 1 this year, they've made £145 million in profit. The company has done a U-turn, basically, like hemorrhaging loads of money last year. The Switch has turned it all around for him. Is this just GameVice trying to cash in, trying to grab some of that cash?
Oh, 100%. This is just the way that the whole legal system, copyright system works, isn't it? People say a lot of the time, oh, we have to do this, we have to pursue these court cases to like protect our rights and stuff. But in some instances like this, it's quite blatant that it's like a fundraising exercise. That's a lot of money over there, which I think we could get a little bit of. They might have been sitting on this for a long time, like from the reveal of the Switch, but then they just wait to see, like, let's see Nintendo's financials for this year, and then if it's big enough, then yeah, sue them.
Nintendo have been working on kind of detachable controllers for years. I think there was a Switch concept from 2012 where there was a detachable parts of the Wii on the side of a screen or something. And also GameVice have been producing products of this type for years. I think like 2009 or something they first came out with this. So there's a long history to detachable controllers. Now, is that enough for them to base a lawsuit off just because it's detachable? Because you can't use the thing when it's detached like you can with the Joy-Cons. There's been no comment from either GameVice or Nintendo on the lawsuit. It was filed on August the 9th, which is only a few days, maybe even a week by the time this video goes out. It's yet to be seen what this is going to result in. Take a look at both technology. What do you think, Mike? Do you think they've got a case here? Do you think it's similar enough for them to be taking some of the money?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. The whole thing with this kind of tech industry kind of thing that we're in for the last like 20 years, like with mobile patents and computer patents and stuff like that over microchips and the way they're used, and the fact that it's a controller that detaches from the tablet or whatever. I mean, I guess that's kind of specific.
Can you patent that idea though?
I don't know.
Because it's implemented completely different, isn't it?
It's all like blurred lines and grey areas. Like, is that exactly the same, or is it technically a different thing? Because like the controllers they are useless without the tablet, which is different to the Switch. So it's all, you know, there's a lot of detail here. I think they're just trying to raise a bit of cash here, simple as that, and they have every right to do it.
Good luck with them trying to halt production of the Switch, stop them from selling it, and getting damages as well. Good luck with that, because I can't see that.
Although that might be like, we want you to stop selling this right now, in the hopes that Nintendo will go, okay, well, if we pay you $500 million, can we keep making it? And they go, yeah, all right. You know, it's that kind of like going really high and then take something lower.
But Nintendo aren't the only ones being sued this week. Riot Games, the developers behind League of Legends was sued by Dutch footballer Edgar Davids. Riot released a skin for their character Lucian, which changed his appearance to make him look like the footballer. The skin, aptly titled Striker Lucian, bears a resemblance to Edgar Davids, who noticed this and promptly sued Riot for using his likeness without his permission. The case was heard before a Dutch court who ruled in favour of Davids and ordered Riot to determine how much money was made by the Striker Lucian skin. The court will then use this data to determine how much they will award Davids in compensation. Although it should be noted that Edgar Davids is a midfielder, not a striker, so it's totally groundless.
Football.
It's important.
Yeah. He's not a... What was it? He's not a striker. He's a midfielder, Edgar Davids.
So tell us what you know about football.
You guys knew that, right?
He's calling Edgar Davids. He doesn't even know what a striker is. Now, who am I surrounding myself with? Football guys. Football guys. Football.
Lads. Interestingly enough, this isn't the only sports-related lawsuit against the gaming industry in the last week. Tattoo studio Solid Oak Sketches attempted to sue Take-Two Games over the depiction of tattoos in the NBA 2K series. The tattoos belong to players LeBron James and Kobe Bryant and were designed by Solid Oak, who said 2K should have paid them a license fee to feature them in the game. Solid Oak claimed Take-Two owed them $150,000 in damages for each use of the designs without their permission. This means, in theory, Take-Two could be on the hook for billions.
Take-Two claim the designs are fair use because they are tattooed on public figures who approved of their likeness being used in the NBA 2K series. However, US District Judge Laura Taylor Swain dismissed the claims, saying Take-Two cannot be held liable for the damages. This is because the designs were first seen in NBA 2K14 and Solid Oaks had yet to register copyright on the designs. However, this is not the end of the case. Solid Oak are pursuing further action against Take-Two for the alleged unauthorized use of the designs, and the case could go further.
I find
Laughable.
this really interesting.
Isn't it?
I mean,
Isn't it laughable?
yes, it's ridiculous, but I find it like really interesting. Like, who owns that design? Like, it's on the guy's arm or something. Like, that's his arm. Surely he can decide like who can use that image, and he's done that. They Take-Two have got permission from him to use his likeness. But then the person who's done the tattoo on his arm is saying, "Hang on a minute, that's our arm."
My design.
Yeah, it's like,
It's my design.
what's going on here? I've never heard of a tattoo, being the cause for a court case before. This is ridiculous, I think.
When you're paying somebody to put something on, you've already given us compensation. It's like, I'm commissioning you to do work on me.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is mine now. They might very well be like artists in essence. They don't own something that they were paid to do, surely.
I think there's no contract when you get a tattoo that I'm aware of.
When you're a tattoo artist and you draw a thing for somebody, you as the artist have the right to reproduce that artwork again. The artists, to make more money, have sold that reproduction right, their right, to a third party company called Solid Oak. And now it's their right to reproduce that tattoo. And they're saying 2K or Take-Two, whatever, don't have the right to reproduce our property, see?
Right.
So it's not a tattoo artist, it's another company.
Jake's got a lot of tattoos. It's all a big mess in the sense that people are just seeing how much money is in gaming now, and they just think, like with anything, it doesn't matter that it's gaming. All that matters is that there's a lot of money in there now, and people just want some of it. This isn't even the first time in the last couple of weeks that Take-Two's been sued over someone's appearance or image in one of the games. Remember, we did a video a couple of weeks back about Anti-Poulet, the character in GTA Vice City. They were sued over that by the Psychic Readers Network. So probably one of the big questions now is this anything to worry about? Is this going to be a cause for concern for the games industry? No. I mean, no one's got more lawyers than Take-Two. I mean, they can look after themselves. Bethesda, ZeniMax, they've been going after other people for ages. They know how to look after their own stuff. It's just all part of the pie, isn't it? It's just quite interesting that there's been a huge torrent of them recently, that Take-Two is involved in two of them, and that, it can be anything. It can be like image rights, it can be just like using a bit of music that they didn't properly get permission for or something. There's so, in a creative medium like, video games, so many things you can just miss a bit of paperwork for or something like that, and things can just like quickly spiral into $100 million lawsuit or something.
Whether you're being sued or whether you're the one being sued, the only person making real money here are the fucking lawyers.
I wish I was a lawyer.
Do you? I don't. I couldn't read them legal documents. They're way over my head.
I wish I was the lawyer outside of work and not a lawyer in work. I don't want to do the actual work
Mike
of
from
a
Suits,
lawyer.
he's an ideal. Mike from Suits is perfect. He's not even a lawyer, not even a proper lawyer, but he's got this memory. He just remembers everything. It's
cool.
Yeah, he's a pretend lawyer.
I'll have that. I want more money.
Don't know whether to respond to that since I'm your boss. All of a sudden, this is awkward.
More money, more problems. It's just the way it is.
So how do you think all these lawsuits will pan out? Do you think Mike is worth more money than he's currently being paid? Let us know down in the comments below. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here. Check out more of our content on the screen here. Check us out on Patreon if you're awesome, and we'll see you again in the next video. Until then, bye for now.